Play family.
I'm Lareal.
And I'm Alexis, and we're the Tylers.
Thank you guys for tuning in back to another episode. I felt like this is much needed. Recently we did like a Q&A for our supporters. Just like a get to know us more, like questions that I feel like it's needed since we're family at this point. And we're going through this journey together, and also becoming first-time parents, a girl dad. Shout out to all the girl dads out there.
Well, that was one of the questions right there.
There you go. Shout out to all the girl dads out there. I'm gonna get right to it. How do you guys overcome arguments and problems?
I think we've gotten better as we go into year 2 of marriage.
Trust me, definitely 10 times, 100 times better.
That wasn't something we figured out overnight.
It's definitely, still not figuring it out tonight, but I feel like we are definitely not in the same place we were 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
I'm definitely a hothead.
2 years ago.
Yeah, I'm definitely a hothead. Like it was gloves off.
Right.
If it was an argument, it was an argument.
Right. Like
I'm arguing to win.
My wife, she's kind of different. She's like, let me tell you how she is. She's like a mixed breed. She's like a pit bull, half pit bull, but half Bible. You get what I'm saying? Like, she is different. Like, she's sweet. She smiles, but when it's time to go there, hey, I can ride with it though. She can, if there's a problem, she can solve it for surely.
Yeah.
And me, it's kind of crazy with me. I can be calm. My personality, I'm calm to an extent. I can take a lot of stuff. But mine, it builds up it used to build up in a sense over time, but all of a sudden it takes just that one.
Yeah.
It takes that one trigger, that one word, that one gesture or something like that, and boom. All right, now I can take that. Now at first I wasn't trying to do this. I wasn't trying to go there with you, but now since you want to.
Yep, that's exactly how it used to be. But I think how we got better with time is like practicing better communication. But in order to practice better communication, like we had to kind of go over the argument, not like the text of the argument, but like the low blows that were thrown, that were, issued out during the argument. And you realize like you can't take any of that stuff back. Like you can apologize for it, but it's out there. Like once you say it, it's out there.
Right.
And so, to prevent from having like that crappy feeling of like, I apologize and then being like, wondering, does he really accept my apology? Like, I hope he's over it or something like that. I had to learn to balance my emotion and like not just talk so out of high emotion. Like I'm entitled. I feel like we're entitled to feel what we feel, but let's calm down. Like let's bring it here before I try to deal with the situation. Because if I'm up here and then you not coming at me correctly, it just used to be whatever. You go low, I'ma go lower.
Lower.
So.
But that's the thing though. I started learning that. Instead of being mad at you, I started understanding that we were just mad at the situation or mad at the problem. Learning how to properly project our emotions, whether emotions should be projected, not at each other, but at the situation at hand, whatever that may be at that current moment in time.
Right.
Because that's temporary. Moments are temporary, but words, it can literally last forever.
Yeah.
So therefore, you got to literally watch the way that you project, what words you choose or what adjective you choose to put towards your partner, your significant other. So that's just the way I choose to go about situations and disagreements now. And I feel like we have disagreements, but it's very seldom. Like we probably can go like a week or two, or something like that.
I know for me now, especially being pregnant, because I'm all about trying to be the best version of myself with this pregnancy. I don't want this baby feeling all these highs and lows and just like, oh my God, this person is so emotionally unstable. So I'll come back. I feel like I'll come back and be like, I didn't appreciate that.
Right.
And I feel like you'll come back.
And I'm learning now to say I apologize. That was one of the hard. I feel like I don't know. It's kind of weird. Why is it hard to say like I apologize or I'm sorry? I don't know why it was at first, but sometimes you gotta just swallow the pride. Do what you gotta do and. Hey, I apologize.
Yeah.
That's how we get over arguments and disagreements now.
People want to know, how did we meet?
How did we meet?
Yeah.
Okay. You can go.
So we met in 2019.
Yeah, 2019.
That sounds crazy. I mean, that's only 4 years ago, but that sounds
like forever at this point.
I mean, we survived the pandemic.
Feel like you made it through the pandemic. They just automatically 10 years.
Your relationship made it through the pandemic.
Yeah.
What y'all waiting on?
Yeah.
Yes, we met in higher education. Your boy was coming in for an interview, right?
I was.
And little did he know he was interviewing to be my husband. But anyway, you know, went to different schools, all that. We're not from the same place or anything like that. But came in, and technically they kind of put you on me, like as far as like trying to show you the ropes with the job and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He was not. That boy knew the job, y'all.
I did come with my pencil and paper in hand. So whenever she said something, I wrote it down for sure so I can go back and use it as reference. But I felt, hold on, my question for y'all is, what's the best way to go about a situation?
He was not direct.
I'm not finna come off as thirsty. I'm not even gonna say thirsty, but I didn't want to be as abrasive or aggressive, saying, you know what, like I want you, like the typical guy would. I just slide in there in a different type of way, like, hey, just make sure.
Man, that was so over my head.
I wanted to make sure like your hair was straight. I want to make sure after work I call and check up on you. I want to make sure that I just hear from you at nighttime, at least giving you a call, or something like that. I feel like that's all the flags that you should have seen. What y'all think?
It wasn't. I didn't catch it. I would say my first one as well. In corporate America.
My first big boy job in corporate America. That is how we met. Next question.
Shout out to Christy Riccone.
Here's one. Who has the most pet peeves?
That's a hard one.
I feel like
I make them known, but you secretly have pet peeves.
What you mean
like,
secretly?
You do, because when you finally decide to call me out on my stuff, you be on this day you did, and that wasn't. Yeah.
No, I feel like I keep it very simple. I feel like, well, me personally, I like things done in a certain way, in an organized way. I feel like that's the reason why I have to leave my key. I'm the person, I have to leave my keys in the same place. If not, that'll ruin my whole routine up. That'll add like a good 5 to 10 minutes in my morning time trying to get myself together. So therefore, I need to make sure that if I left the keys there, I left it this way for a reason. I left that pillow there for a reason. I left this door hanging. I left this door closed for a reason. I left these closed. That's just me.
I would definitely say I have more pet peeves.
Definitely.
I'm typically the one to get more vexed or provoked. Vexed is my word.
And that's crazy for her to have the most pet peeves. But she is the person who leaves every cabinet. Oh, is it a woman thing or is it just a her thing? She leaves every cabinet open.
I don't leave the cabinet open.
She leaves the bathroom doors like slightly cracked.
I just don't think everything gotta be closed.
The closet door slightly cracked.
That.
Like,
I don't think everything gotta be closed like that. Yeah.
And I feel like that'll be crazy if you was to walk in somebody home and they have
open concept.
10 separate cabinets open.
Open concept.
The fork and spoon drawer is open. That would be crazy. But yeah, she has the most pet peeves.
It sounds like you do.
That's what it do, don't it? I feel like it's equal. I feel like it balances out. It balances out.
Modern day ask, what advice would you give the younger version of yourself?
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, that was a good one. Be patient. Like patience would be the biggest thing. Like, be patient with yourself because things are just like working out for you. Yeah, I was 25. I was 25 when we met. Yeah, I was 25 when we met. Shortly afterwards, I turned 26. But nonetheless, like, for whatever reason, by 24, I had already told myself, like, yeah, you probably just gonna be the aunt at 24. And so, I mean, and it's like at 25, I don't know, just be patient with yourself. Not just like as far as a relationship, but even when it comes to like your career and all that stuff. Like, I don't know why we feel like you gotta have it so figured out. Even if you have a plan, you still have to give the plan time to be executed. And for whatever reason, I felt like I just had to, it needed to be happening. Like
yesterday.
I'm 25. Why I don't have a house? I'm 25. Why I don't have a husband? I'm 25. I'm trying to be married for 2 years so I can have a kid by this certain. Like, just be patient with yourself.
Yes. Me, what I would tell my younger self is stay away from them chicken head. No. I would say.
You should, Mr. Chateful.
You know what? Commit sooner.
Yeah.
Focus on yourself much sooner, because the moment when I start focusing on myself and becoming the version that I needed to be the man that I need to be today, that's when life stopped being like this, and life started being like this. It started coming together.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Life started coming together for me like in a major way. Things started being multiplied in a major way. But it was some things that I had to let go as a person, as a man. Commit sooner. Become the person that you need to be for the blessing that you're asking for much sooner.
Commit sooner? This me, y'all. You would have committed to the wrong person. But
committing, it's a practice. So when you practice something, that means you are getting better.
Yeah.
So since I'm practicing something, that means my efforts is going towards.
Okay.
My energy is being more focused and instead of being more sporadic with my time, with my energy.
Yeah.
With unnecessary people that's not even prevalent in my life today.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like I would choose just committing much sooner, and that's like in all areas.
Yeah.
The time when I chose to commit, that's what I'm saying. Like doors just start.
Right.
It appeared right there in front of me. All I had to do was just turn it.
Yeah. I feel it.
So that's what I tell myself. Just commit sooner.
Jay Harvey said, "No questions. I'm just proud of you and your husband's accomplishments."
I like that, man. Hey, we appreciate you and thank you for being proud of us and thank you for supporting us on our journey.
Yeah.
So that's nice to hear.
It is. All those words of encouragement, they take you. You don't know the type of days people are having. Mm-hmm. So yeah. I definitely say put out positivity because you never know who it'll reach.
Mm-hmm. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. Here's a person: joint account or separate?
Joint.
And the reason why I say joint, everyone has their own opinion. Mm-hmm. Everyone has their own opinion, but for our union and for our household, I feel like having a joint account, it keeps you grounded. Mm-hmm. It keeps you grounded, and there's a sense of accountability.
Right, I needed that because I'm a shopper. I wasn't jumping for joy with the joint because I knew instantly what that meant for me, but no, like I needed it.
And there's nothing wrong with spending. There's nothing wrong with shopping, but just shopping and spending responsibly. Yeah. And just knowing that, hey, I have someone else at home outside of myself.
Exactly.
So I can't just be out here blowing bags for no reason.
Exactly.
So
putting him in a situation, that's what it opened my eyes for. Like putting him in a situation that he didn't warrant anything to be in this situation. It's just like, all right. You got
sometimes you gotta just suck it up and do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
They're just part of it. That's part of marriage. Just take it upon whatever problem your partner have. That's your problem. It's supposed to be one. So.
But I wasn't trying to keep adding to your problems. But yeah.
Yeah. So that's the answer on that. Who is more business and who is more play?
Go ahead and answer it.
Definitely. I am more business. She is more play, ADHD, HPP, whatever, PPP, the loan, all play. So you got to make sure that you keep her attention going at all times. That's just what it is. I guess it's a balance.
Yeah.
I guess it's a balance because you don't want to be all work, and then don't celebrate the fruits of your labor. Right. And then you don't want to play either because you may try to look at your bank account and.
Yeah, that's all we've done. It's a balance for us.
It's definitely a balance.
I definitely think we've rubbed off on each other because you would just work. And it's just like, but if you don't ever enjoy like what you work for, what are you really working for?
True.
Like, what's the point?
True.
If you're not going to enjoy anything that comes from all this work.
Right.
So yeah.
Which one has the most weird traits?
You.
I have the weird trait.
Yeah.
You watch feet videos.
And then once you put me on your stories, a lot of people said
they're weird. I love y'all, but watching,
that's coming.
I don't care how hard life
It's
gets.
like the people who watch the pimple popping videos. I don't watch those, but I watch the pedicure videos.
I don't care how hard life gets. I'm not watching a pimple popping video, and I'm not passing my time by watching somebody else's feet get dead. Life ain't that hard for you, boy. I feel like
it's soothing.
All right, but there go your answer toward this. So hopefully you found the answer within that question.
Hold on, what's your weird trait? Wait, cause you definitely more weird than I am.
Ooh.
I can't think of it right now, but I'll get back to y'all. I'm gonna record it and put it on my stories when he being weird. Okay. All right. I got y'all.
Who was afraid of committing?
Were either of us afraid of committing?
No, to be honest with you, no, I don't think either one. I was just tired of BSing. I was getting everything in line and came into the picture.
I don't think either one of us were afraid of committing.
Right, I feel like the time was just right and it happened.
You remember that time? Was that during lunch?
What?
I think did I slam your phone on the counter?
You definitely.
What was that about?
I don't know, but you almost aborted the mission. Almost aborted the mission.
I don't know.
I definitely almost aborted
I think I had
mission.
one more crazy, like I had to get something out of my system.
Yeah, you definitely did. You got that one off on me, but I thought about it. That's the only time. I almost decommitted, but we committed 4 years later. I
don't know, y'all. That was during our lunch break.
Right. So yeah, no problem with committing. I want to end it off on a good question. End this off on a great question. What qualities drew you to each other when you first met?
Your assertiveness. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your assertiveness and your ability to have a plan. Like a man with a plan. Like it really, somebody who's not just like, I don't know, whenever you want. You know, you had a plan. Shut up. But yeah, that was a major win for you. Your plans included me. Like I didn't have to go through like this trial period of trying to have weight in your life, being a factor in your life. So yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. What drew me to you was, of course,
my butt.
No, your face. You were beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You was beautiful. On top of you being beautiful, it's more so your voice.
Yeah.
And not just your voice that I'm hearing just through the camera or me speaking to you, but just your voice and your ability to make someone else feel you. Or when you speak, like you have no other choice. You have no other choice but to listen. Mm-hmm. I like that. I like the confidence that you have within yourself. You can be, even though you're one of the most smallest people in every room that you go to, but in that room you have to look and be like, hey, who is she?
Yeah.
That's what I love. That's what I like, and that's what keeps me here. Like you give me a reason. Like your relationship with God, mm-hmm. And also like you're blessed with this with a caring family as well. Just seeing the way you love your family loves you. It's all those characteristics that drew me to you. So yeah.
I think I definitely, being short pretty much all my life made me develop that.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. So hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A from us.
And if you have any more questions,
we're definitely gonna do this. Like we could possibly start doing this like once a month, especially for our new supporters.
Or every other month. Yeah. So if you have any more questions, feel free to either DM us or even drop them in the comments on this video.
And just let us know what did you feel about the conversation that we had. Did you learn anything else from us, or what else do you may want to know about us?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Until the next video.
Until next time.